first, today is the one-year anniversary of George Floyd's murder. Now, originally, we had a tribute planned, which we're going to get to a little later in the show. But this happened during a live news report from his memorial this morning. An SUV pulled up, shots rang out, a warning to our viewers. What you're about to see may be disturbing to some. Take a look.
They wanted this bill of comprehensive police reform to be... just got to be careful here with some gunshots. Excuse us, excuse us. It sounds like gunshots. I'll let you know what this is. These seem to be gunshots.
And according to witnesses, there were around 30 gunshots heard. Police say that one person was shot and was brought to the hospital, and the suspect is still at large. Now, Erica, there's so much that I want to talk to you about, but what infuriates me, right, today, and we're going to get to the tribute later, but today's supposed to be a day where George Floyd's family are supposed to remember him. They're going to meet with President Biden. They have a number of initiatives that they hope to pass to protect other Black lives. But here we are. We're talking about these gunshots. What do you make of it?
Well, Sam, as horrific as hearing that in your ears ringing, not knowing what the motive was or what was happening in that moment, it's something that we live with on a daily basis. Anytime progress is made and there are steps forward, there is going to be a contingent, a demographic that is not happy with that. There is going to be adversity at a heightened level that's going to match the heightened progress. I don't know what the motive behind these gunshots were, but I do know that I fear these things happening every time we get a, quote, win. And I don't even know if we can call it a win because we're still waiting on the bill to see if it passes that's named after George Floyd. We're waiting on all of these things that have yet to happen. So, I mean, it's truly disturbing, but it's not surprising for me.
Yeah, I mean, Erica, this is an opinion show. We're allowed to give our opinion. I think you're exactly right. I think that there are some people that don't want to see progress, and that's what that was. It's a culture of fear. It's letting you know that anytime you try and move forward, we'll be there to impose physical threats and at least physical harm on to you and your loved ones. And that's what those gunshots did. But what they don't realize is when you constantly try and put down and make people fearful, when they've been living in that for a while, that tactic doesn't bother them anymore. This will move forward. This will continue. And, I think those gunshots were more a symbol of fear from that side than ours.
Maybe the fear comes from because there is change. Yeah. I think it's different this time. I mean, we see it on our show. I talk with Al, I talk with Erica, I talk with you. I see it on other shows, even sports shows. I was watching a sports show. Keyshawn Johnson was talking. He's a former NFL player. Not that that matters, but he was on the ground when things happened in L.A. He goes, I was through Rodney King. Nothing changed. I was through the O.J. trial. Nothing changed. We couldn't even get past La Cienega, which is a street close to Beverly Hills. He's like, what changed with George Floyd is that we're together now. People of all races, all colors had enough. The fear is from a few that don't want to see the change, and I'm with you on that. We still have a long way to go, but I think this is different this time, and I think today's a day of celebration, even though that was a bad thing with the gunshots.